All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, the elder bishops at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, to the men on the highways and the byways that are pushing out this word in truth and sincerity, and to the remnant men, women, and children of the elect. To you all I say Shalom. My name is Ahmawan Ahyash, and I'm back with another lesson through the power of Spirit Yahawashi, and Lord willing, this is edifying. All right, and with today being well, it's midnight, past midnight now, but yesterday, Monday, January 20th, was the inauguration of DJ Trump. He was sworn in as the president at the inauguration. And we've been anticipating this day for some time now, ever since he was so-called reelected, because of the potential, right, of some sort of false flag, potential psyop, something to take place that could, stir the pot, so to speak, and could lead to, some form of chaos, right? Which didn't necessarily happen, but there's still a lot to extract from this inauguration. Brothers and elders, are doing videos on this. The spirit is on brothers to continue to watch and prophesy against this kingdom, Babylon the Great, because the signs are there, right? The signs that the end of Babylon the Great are there, and they're apparent. Okay. With the changing of the guard from the Biden administration to the Trump administration, we're anticipating that this is the actual last, and the title of this lesson is going to be, Lord willing, this is the last inauguration, right? And the reason why I'm entitling this lesson that is because we want this to be the last president that's sworn in. Okay, we don't want to have to endure or be here another 4 years and deal with America, Babylon the Great, Esau's rulership, the wickedness, this system. We want out of here. We want salvation. We want Yahawashi, his kingdom. Okay. And, everything leading up to that, we are witnessing now. We know the prophecies and the signs are upon us for the end of this place to happen. We know Babylon is what we call circling the drain. Okay. And it's a beautiful thing to behold and be a part of and see. And this, all of the events leading up is what we're going to report on, what we're going to continuously, spiritually discern, because this is the job. This is the job of the watchman. So, this is no exception. All right. Now, this video I have up is from The Guardian, and it's only a minute long. Okay. And he talks about how God saved him. Okay. And there's another point that he mentioned that I want to touch on. And again, one of the things that that's important to always keep in mind, which I'm going to go into in a minute, is that Trump's whole motto is "Make America Great Again." Okay, which goes to show that America currently isn't in the greatest of spots, right? The spirit of America is fallen. The hope, the energy, the life of this place has been zapped out. Okay, which is the whole purpose, the whole reason why his mantra has to be "Make America Great Again." Because why? Because it's not great at this point. Okay, according to so-called American or Esau standard, right? America has always been the land of opportunity, the land of growth, the land of abundance, the land of the great opportunities in the military and the economy, and this money is everything is, America has had that position as the #1 superpower, but things are changing. Okay, so currently America isn't great, which is why he has to make his mantra, "Make America Great Again." All right, so let me play this, and I got some other points that I want to make and a couple of scriptures lined up. And Lord willing, this is edifying.
Past 8 years, I have been tested and challenged more than over the past 8 years. I have been tested and challenged more than any president in our 250-year history, and I've learned a lot along the way. The journey to reclaim our republic has not been an easy one, that I can tell you. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again.
Okay, so the point that he made was he was saved by God to make America great again. All right, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Yeah, you were saved, so to speak. He was spared. Let's put it like that. You were spared by the Most High so that you can usher in the MOTB, because it's no coincidence that you are in perfectly aligned now and in cahoots with the micro C hitman, which is Elon Musk. There's no coincidence that this new administration has been buddy with the man who's responsible for Neuralink, the micro C hip. Okay, there's no coincidence. The Lord doesn't do coincidences. Okay, so you were spared for the purpose of implementing this new system and to bring in World War III. All right, so that's why you were spared by the Most High, not to make America great again, because America will not be healed, as the scriptures say, in which we're going to get into in a minute. All right, and again, I'm entitling this lesson, Lord willing, this is the last inauguration. All right, and this is just a play on words. Okay, Trump, right? Trump. The scriptures talk about the last Trump, right? Right now, this is not a breakdown, a scriptural breakdown. It's just a play on words, because these are the type of things, even when you make a play on words and try to bring it out for some sort of edification, it's for us, man. It's for us to, keep ourselves in the spirit and keep ourselves, tapped into. And being excited about where we are. Okay, that's really the point I wanted to make. Okay, so it is no coincidence that Donald Trump's last name is Trump, and the scriptures talk about a last Trump. But what does that last Trump represent? Okay, when you go into the scriptures, okay, and I know it's 1 Corinthians 15, but when you type in last Trump, let me see. All right, in the New Testament, all right, it says 1 Corinthians 15:52. It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. Okay, at the last trump, and we're hoping this is the last Trump. We're hoping this is the last inauguration. Okay, no coincidence that his name is Trump. All right, and this is representing us being changed, our bodies being changed. Okay, and we're hoping this is a representation of this inauguration. This administration is a representation of that transition. Okay, not only is there's a transition of power from the Biden administration to the Trump administration, but we want our transition from these incorruptible bodies, these corruptible bodies to incorruptible bodies. Okay. From the terrestrial to the celestial. Okay, and again, that's just a play on words. I just wanted to bring that up. It's not a spiritual breakdown. I just wanted to mention that because the scriptures say last trump. And again, I just use it for something to, keep me excited about what's on the horizon. Okay, through the power and spirit of Yahawashi, we know this. We're at the very end. Okay, we see the signs. We hear the wars and the rumors of wars. We see how bad the economy is doing and the value of the dollar is going down. We see the pestilences, okay, the earthquakes, the fires. All right, see what's going on out there in California. You see what happened in North Carolina, the flooding. All right, we see the end. We see what happened with the pandemic and the plagues and the pestilences. We see the spirit. Okay, the mirth is gone. Okay, these are all the signs of the end. Okay. Now, Trump said he was saved by God to make America great again. All right, you know better. You know better than that, DJ Trump. All right. This is Jeremiah 51:7. It reads, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. This is where we're at right now. Babylon is destroyed. It's fallen. Okay? It hasn't completely fell, but it is in the process of being brought low. Okay? It's in the process of being brought low. So it hasn't completely fallen and been destroyed. But it says, howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. So he mentioned that God saved him to make America great again. And that's not the case. Okay, because Babylon will not be healed from the suffering that it's experiencing now. And once it finally collapses, it will not be healed. It will not be made great again. Okay, and this place was never necessarily great. It was great. It was a great nation just in terms of its power structure, okay, and what it represented globally. But it didn't have no righteousness to it. It wasn't ruled properly. It wasn't managed properly. It was evil and wicked. Okay, and that's all you can expect from Esau Edom. That's all you can expect from this man and his system, okay, and his laws and the spirit that surrounds him. All you can expect is evil and wickedness and death on a mass scale, right? The foods that we eat, the laws that are in place, people working, stretching themselves thin down to the bone, just for a minimum wage, just to earn, live paycheck to paycheck, living in a debt-based, credit-based society, which the elder bishops was going into a camp last week. We live in a credit-based, debt-based society where you have things like fractional reserve banking and things, just to mention, just to mention one, okay, which is complete fraud. This is what makes America that evil, wicked, system. It's a part of it. Okay, and you can go on for days and days about what makes America wicked. All right, this country will not be revived. It will not be healed from what is taking place currently, which is the demise and the slow destruction of this place until Yahawashi returns and those missiles are set off so it can be fully destroyed. Okay. And real quick, when you go into, I wanted to mention this because this is something that I've, that's going around. Okay. Trump is issuing a bunch of executive orders. Okay. One, let me go to this really quick.
The chime checking
Slocky, let this
2
pass.
minutes, and we'll spot you up to $200.
First, we have a list of
So Trump is he's pardoning the 1,500 rioters from the January 6th Capitol Hill, the so-called storming of Capitol Hill back in January 6, 2021, and he's giving them a full pardon. So whoever's in jail from it or being prosecuted, he's gonna fully pardon them and get them up out of this situation. Now this is Trump this is just Trump being petty. Okay, you know what I'm saying? He's just coming for those who came for him, because they try to send him to jail because of this. All right, they try to send him to jail because they say he incited these riots and he was the cause for them. All right, and they try to put him in jail. So now he's just gonna shame those who tried to shame him. All right, by pardoning everyone who, was either prosecuted, sent to jail, whether, whatever type of punishment you face, he's going to fully pardon them. And this is a part of that infighting that goes on within Esau's system, in his little politics and in his game that he plays within one another. This is just a part of that. All right. So he's got that. And he's got a bunch of executive orders that he's going to be kicking off. One in which he's going to, he mentioned that he was going to declare a national emergency and send a bunch of troops, I think 8,000 troops down to the border, okay, to get these migrants rounded up and sent back to where they came from. Okay, and we all know a majority of those migrants are a part of the tribes. All right. Now this is another one that he signed. So he got that one. You got this one here. Trump will sign. This is from the newrepublic.com. It says Trump will sign alarming executive order on birthright citizenship. Not to go into that. That's not the point. I just wanted to make a point about what he's going to do. He's going to come into office. He's going to, he's going to implement all these different executive orders. Okay, put his stamp on his new administration and so-called change things and get things going, right? Which is a sign of new, because we're looking towards this new world order system. Okay, and Trump is going to start, implementing these executive orders that will feed this new world order system. Okay, this is what we're going to experience, man. He's not going to, he's not doing it for the intent of making America a righteous country, a righteous system, or doing anything that's going to enhance the experience of the people in their lives. He's going to implement this new world order system. Okay, because at the end of the day, he's a puppet. He's a puppet just like all these other presidents. Okay? And the wool gets pulled over people's eyes because they think that they don't understand that this country's been bought and paid for a long time ago. Okay? And it doesn't necessarily matter who sits in the seat of the president. They all control. They all have bosses. They all have somebody to answer to. Okay, and this man's being revealed for that exact thing. All right, there's another one. I pulled this up. I googled this. Trump to declare national. But this is what I was mentioning. Trump to declare. Look at all these different headlines. This is from CBS News 5 hours ago. Trump to declare national emergency, ending Biden's electrical vehicle. Because I think he had a. Let me see what this is. His electrical vehicle mandate, right? So he's going to reverse that because he's looking to ramp up his domestic energy production, right? So he's going to do that. What else? Right? Electric vehicles, energy emergency. Yep. This headline says Trump to sign a flurry of executive actions and memos on day one. And like I said, it's all to implement, it's all to get us prepared for this new world order system. Okay. All right. So that's that. Oh, something that he also said, I put this in my notes here, as you can read. It says, revolution of his new administration is going to be a revolution of common sense. And, you know, he said emphatically that, you know, they're going to make sure that this country is a country that represents two genders and true genders only, male and female. Okay. This is the revolution of common sense, because I mean, under the Biden administration, they allowed any and everything to go on. Okay, you could be whatever you want, and this is a part of America, and a part of its, that wine. Okay, the spirit of every unclean bird. What's that? Let me see. That's in Revelation 18. Let me get that real quick. Revelation chapter 18 and verse 2. Let me start at verse 1. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils. Right? And the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Because here in America, you can be any gender you want. You can, be any part of the community. You can be a sodomite. You could be a trans. You could be whatever you want to be here in America. Okay. And Trump vowed to reverse that. Now, again, we'll see how far he gets with that, because again, he has people that he has to answer to, but it's all a stage. It's all a show to try to make it seem like one side is against the other, Democrats versus Republicans, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, it's all one goal. The elites, Trump's bosses, the ones he answers to, it's about implementing that new world order system. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. That's all you really need to know. All the details, all the in-betweens, not necessarily our concern. I mean, we keep our eyes on these things, but at the end of the day, we know the micro C-HIP, the RFID, micro C-HIP, the MOTB is the plan. That's what's on deck. That's what's on the table. All right. But the Lord is going to come throw a monkey wrench in his whole plan. This is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12. And it reads, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. The first video I played for this lesson is Trump saying that he was saved by God to make America great again. But that's not even close to what's going to happen, okay? Because the Lord's going to disappoint the devices of this devil, okay? And they're not going to be able to perform the enterprise. They're not going to be able to implement that new world order system, or so-called make America great again. That's not in the plans. That's not the will of the Lord. It's the exact opposite. Okay, we just read in Jeremiah 51 how Babylon shall not be healed. So the slow, okay, destruction of this place will not be healed. Verse 13 says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. Right? Because what Esau believes he's being is being crafty and deceiving, and he has his way to implement his system. The Lord is going to show him what crafty actually looks like and what it sounds like. I'm gonna close it out with this. Is the book of 2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Esau and Babylon, the so-called white man, his rulership, his power structure, his country, his kingdom, all of his devices is coming to an end. All right. The end of an age, the end of a rulership. Okay. So Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob, Yahsharalah, Israel, is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay. So the rulership, their transition of power is going to happen very, very, very soon. And Lord willing, I'm a part of the elect. Lord willing, you're a part of the elect. Lord willing, we get to see this man's kingdom fall and burn. All right. And we get to be in Yahawashi's kingdom, resting, having comfort, Lord willing, being joint heirs, everlasting life, all the beautiful components that come along with salvation. All right. So again, Lord willing, this is the last inauguration that we're going to have to see and experience. And may death and destruction fall upon Babylon. All right. Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect. Abide with ball, abide with ball, abide with ball. Shalom.